Hey there, and welcome back to English Sprout TV. I'm Alex.
And I'm Emma. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Emma, let me ask you something. When you meet someone for the first time, what's the first thing you want to know about them?
Good question. I think I want to know what kind of person they are, Are they funny? Are they serious? Are they kind? I want to understand their personality.
Exactly, and that's what today's episode is all about. We're going to learn how to describe your personality in English using friendly, easy adjectives that every beginner can use.
Yes, by the end of this episode, you'll be able to talk about yourself in a much more interesting way. Instead of just saying, I am nice, you have 10, 15, maybe even 20 different words to choose from.
So if you're ready to expand your vocabulary and sound more natural when you talk about yourself, grab your headphones, get comfortable, and let's get started. This is English Sprout TV.
Before we jump into the adjectives, Alex, let's quickly talk about why this is so important.
Absolutely. Think about a job interview. The interviewer asks, "Tell me about yourself." Or imagine you're making a new friend online. They ask, "What do you like?" If you only know 2 or 3 words, your answer is going to be very short and maybe a little boring.
Right. But if you know 15 or 20 personality adjectives, suddenly you can give a rich, detailed answer. You can say, I'm outgoing, creative, and a little bit stubborn sometimes. That paints a real picture of who you are.
So today, Emma and I are going to introduce you to some of the most useful personality adjectives in English. We'll explain what they mean, give you example sentences, and even share a little bit about our own personalities so you can see these words in action.
And don't worry, we're choosing only friendly, positive, or neutral adjectives today. Nothing too negative or complicated. This is a safe space for beginners.
Perfect. Let's start with our first group of adjectives.
Our first group is all about how you interact with other people. Are you someone who loves being around people, or do you prefer quiet time alone?
Let's start with outgoing. If you are outgoing, you are friendly, energetic, and you enjoy meeting new people. You feel happy at parties, you start conversations easily.
Alex, would you say you're outgoing?
I think so, yes. I really enjoy talking to new people. At a party, I'm usually the one saying hello first. What about you, Emma?
I'm outgoing too, but maybe a little less than you. I like people, but I also need some quiet time. So I'm outgoing, but not extremely outgoing.
Good point. You can use words like a little or quite or very to make the adjective stronger or softer. I'm quite outgoing. I'm very outgoing. I'm a little outgoing.
Next word, friendly. This is probably the easiest one. If you are friendly, you are kind and pleasant to other people. You smile, you make people feel comfortable.
I think everyone wants to be seen as friendly. You can say, my coworkers say I'm very friendly, or I try to be friendly to everyone I meet.
Another good one is sociable. Sociable is very similar to outgoing. A sociable person likes being with others. They enjoy group activities. I'm a sociable person. I love going to concerts and dinners with friends.
Now, what about the opposite? Not everyone is outgoing, and that's completely okay.
True. The opposite of outgoing is shy. If you are shy, you feel nervous around new people. You don't speak much in big groups. I'm a bit shy when I first meet someone, but I open up later.
Or quiet. A quiet person doesn't talk a lot. They prefer to listen. I'm a quiet person. I like to observe and think before I speak.
And reserved. Reserved is similar to shy, but maybe a little more formal. A reserved person doesn't show their feelings easily. They're private. He's quite reserved. It takes time to get to know him.
So let's review this group quickly. Outgoing, friendly, sociable, these are for people who love being around others. Shy, quiet, reserved, these are for people who prefer a calmer, more private style.
Remember, none of these are bad. They are just different ways to be. The important thing is to find the right word for your personality.
Okay, moving on to our second group. These words describe your general attitude or how you approach life.
First up, optimistic. If you are optimistic, you expect good things to happen. You see the positive side of situations. Even when things are difficult, I try to stay optimistic.
I'm definitely optimistic. I always believe tomorrow will be better than today.
The opposite is pessimistic. A pessimistic person expects bad things to happen. He's a bit pessimistic. He always worries that something will go wrong.
But today we're focusing on positive words, so let's talk about positive itself. A positive person has a good attitude. They don't complain too much. She's so positive. She always finds a solution.
Another great word is enthusiastic. If you are enthusiastic, you show excitement and interest. You put energy into things you care about. I'm very enthusiastic about learning new languages.
I love that word. You can also say passionate. Passionate means you have very strong feelings about something. I'm passionate about music. She's passionate about helping animals.
Now let's talk about easygoing. This is one of my favorite words. If you are easygoing, you are relaxed. You don't get angry or stressed easily. You go with the flow. My brother is so easygoing. Nothing bothers him.
I wish I were more easygoing sometimes. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so I can get stressed when things don't go exactly as planned.
That brings us to perfectionist. A perfectionist wants everything to be perfect. They pay a lot of attention to small details. Sometimes this is good. Sometimes it causes stress. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I check my emails 3 times before I send them.
And ambitious. An ambitious person has big goals. They want to be successful. They work hard to achieve their dreams. She's very ambitious. She wants to become a doctor before she turns 30.
I think I'm ambitious, but in a quiet way. I don't talk about my goals all the time, but I'm always working toward them.
That's a good way to be. You can also describe that as determined. A determined person doesn't give up. When they want something, they keep trying until they get it. He's so determined. He practiced English every day for 2 years.
Determined is such a strong, positive word. I love it. Now let's look at words that describe how you think and solve problems.
Creative. If you are creative, you have new and original ideas. You like to make things. You think outside the box. I'm a creative person. I love painting and writing stories.
Practical is the opposite in some ways. A practical person focuses on what works. They are realistic. They don't waste time on ideas that won't help. My father is very practical. He always finds the fastest way to do something.
Then we have curious. A curious person wants to learn. They ask questions. They want to understand how things work. I'm curious about everything. I love reading Wikipedia articles about random topics.
I do that too. Curious people are great learners because they never stop asking why and how. Another important one, open-minded. If you are open-minded, you are willing to listen to new ideas. You don't judge quickly. You accept that other people might think differently. I try to be open-minded. I want to understand why people believe what they believe.
And analytical. An analytical person likes to examine things carefully. They look at facts and details before making a decision. She's very analytical. She always makes a list of pros and cons.
I think I'm more intuitive than analytical. I usually trust my feelings instead of overthinking.
That's intuitive, another great word. An intuitive person understands things naturally without needing a long explanation. They trust their gut feeling.
So in this group, we have creative, practical, curious, open-minded, analytical, and intuitive. 6 different ways to describe how your mind works.
Let's talk about how you work and how other people can depend on you.
Reliable. This is a wonderful compliment. If you are reliable, people can trust you. You do what you say you will do. You are on time. You don't forget your promises. My best friend is the most reliable person I know. If she says she'll help, she always shows up.
Responsible is similar. A responsible person takes their duties seriously. They don't blame others when something goes wrong. He's very responsible. He always finishes his work before the deadline.
Hardworking. This one is easy. A hardworking person puts a lot of effort into their work. She's so hardworking. She studies English for 2 hours every single day.
Or dedicated. Dedicated means you give a lot of time and energy to something you care about. He's dedicated to his family. He works 2 jobs so his children can go to good schools.
And organized. An organized person plans well. They keep things tidy. They know where everything is. I'm a very organized person. I have a calendar for everything.
The opposite would be disorganized, but let's stay positive today. Instead, if you're not super organized, you might say you're spontaneous. A spontaneous person does things without planning. They are flexible. I'm quite spontaneous. I love last-minute road trips.
Spontaneous is a nice way to turn a possible weakness into a strength. Instead of saying, I'm messy, you can say, I'm spontaneous and flexible.
Exactly. English is full of these clever little tricks.
Our last group today is about kindness and emotional qualities.
Kind, simple, beautiful, and always true. A kind person cares about others. They help when someone is in trouble. They speak gently. My grandmother is the kindest person in the world.
Generous. A generous person gives freely, their time, their money, their attention. He's very generous. He always pays for coffee when we meet.
Patient. A patient person can wait without getting angry. They don't rush others. They understand that learning takes time. You need to be patient when you're learning English. Progress happens slowly, but it happens.
I love that you said that. Patience is so important for language learners.
Honest. An honest person tells the truth. They don't lie or hide things. I appreciate honest people. Even when the truth is difficult, I want to hear it.
And empathetic. This is a slightly longer word, but very useful. An empathetic person can understand how others feel. They put themselves in your shoes. She's so empathetic. When I'm sad, she really feels it with me.
Empathetic people make wonderful friends, partners, and leaders.
Let's also mention humorous or funny. A funny person makes people laugh. They tell good jokes. They don't take life too seriously. My dad is hilarious. He always makes everyone laugh at dinner.
Or you can say witty. Witty means funny and clever at the same time. She's so witty. Her jokes are always smart and unexpected.
Wow, we've covered a lot of words today. Let's do a quick summary so you can remember them.
For social style, outgoing, friendly, sociable, shy, quiet, reserved.
For attitude, optimistic, positive, enthusiastic, passionate, easygoing, perfectionist, ambitious, determined.
For thinking style, creative, practical, curious, open-minded, analytical, intuitive.
For work and reliability, reliable, responsible, hardworking, dedicated, organized, spontaneous.
For emotional traits, kind, generous, patient, honest, empathetic, funny, and witty.
That's over 30 adjectives. Now, let's put them into a real example. Alex, describe your personality using at least 5 of these words.
Okay, let me try. I'm outgoing and friendly. I love meeting new people. I'm optimistic. I believe good things are coming. I'm curious. I always want to learn more. I'm hardworking when I care about something. And I'm a little spontaneous. I don't plan every detail.
That's a great description. Now me. I'm friendly and kind, I hope. I'm ambitious about my goals. I'm creative. I love writing and designing. I'm organized. I need my lists and calendars. And I'm empathetic. I really feel what other people are going through.
Beautiful. Now it's your turn, listener. We want you to practice. In the comments below, write a short paragraph about your personality. Use at least 3 or 4 adjectives from today's episode.
Yes, write something like, I'm blank, blank, and blank. I'm also a little bit blank. We'll read your comments and maybe even reply to some of them.
Before we go, let's quickly remember why this matters. When you can describe your personality well, you make better first impressions. You connect more deeply with people. You feel more confident in interviews, in friendships, and in everyday conversations.
And the best part? The more you practice these words, the more natural they become. Soon you won't be translating from your native language, you'll just think in English.
If you enjoyed this episode, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps our channel grow.
Subscribe to English Sprout TV and turn on the notification bell. We publish new episodes every single day to help you learn English in a simple, natural, and fun way.
And don't forget to visit our website, EnglishSproutTV.com, where you can find transcripts, vocabulary lists, and bonus exercises for every episode.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. Keep practicing, keep learning, and remember, your personality is unique, and now you have the words to share it with the world.
This is Alex.
This is Emma.
And this is English Sprout TV. See you tomorrow.